What do you think of when you hear the word ergonomics? Maybe posture, standing or sitting up straight, maybe a standing desk or a fancy ergonomic chair. These are all part of ergonomics, but there's so many aspects to it besides just standing up straight or getting fancy equipment. I can tell you right now, ergonomics is not rocket science. There is no genius to it, but it does take a level of awareness as to what you're doing and how you're doing it. If you want to ensure a healthy future and a great quality of life, we must be mindful of the little things that we do now. Every little thing matters. If you want to feel good and take care of your body, it's good to have at least a basic understanding of ergonomics. Hi, my name is Stephanie, practicing dental hygienist and ergonomics specialist, and welcome to my channel. Here we talk all things ergonomics for both the office and dental worker. Dental and office workers have a lot of ergonomic issues in common. Whether you're hunched over patients or a computer all day, we struggle from many of the same issues. Today, we will discuss what ergonomics is, how to have better ergonomics at work, which is going to help us feel better today and preserve our body for the future. So, what is ergonomics? According to the CDC, ergonomics is fitting the environment to the individual. This means adjusting your equipment and your space to support you in a healthy posture, ideally neutral posture. If you're unsure what neutral posture is, please refer to my previous videos where I go over this for both the dental and office worker. Ideally, once we know what neutral posture is, we can adjust our equipment and our space to support us in that healthy neutral posture. But what usually happens? We adjust ourselves to fit our environment. Think hunching over a laptop. The laptop is sitting on our counter or our desk, or God forbid, our lap, and the screen is really low. So we fit our environment by hunching over to see the screen. For this to be ergonomic, adjust the equipment to support you. For more on laptop placement, please see my previous video on neutral posture for the office worker. So besides posture, what else is there to ergonomics? According to OSHA, there are 5 risk factors for developing an ergonomic injury at work. These are posture, force, repetition, contact stress, and vibration. We've already talked a bit about posture, so let's talk about the other 4. Let's talk about force. Force is the amount of work that a muscle has to do to perform a task. The greater the force, the higher the risk of injury. This could be how tightly we're holding our instruments in the dental operatory, how tightly we're holding our pen when we're working in the office, or how hard we're pushing ourselves around in the office chair or pushing ourselves away from the desk. More examples of force could be pushing or pulling really heavy loads, such as heavy boxes or heavy office equipment. Now, repetition. This one's pretty self-explanatory, but it's the same motion done repeatedly over time. This could be repetitively reaching to answer the phone, scanning documents, or if you're a dental hygienist, using hand instruments to scale teeth. This can also be seen by typing on the keyboard or pushing the mouse around. Repetition is something that can either work for you or against you. If we're repeatedly doing good habits, great. If not, not so great. Contact stress. This is when force is applied to a really small area of the body, which can pinch and crush tissues and delicate nerves and blood vessels. Excessive contact stress can cause physical discomfort, numbness, even musculoskeletal disorders later on. Examples of this would be resting your wrist on the edge of the desk when you're typing, resting your elbow against the door when you're driving, or having your thigh wedged up under the patient chair if you're in dentistry seeing patients. Then we have vibration. This is when the body is subject to oscillations or vibrations over time. This can either be whole body vibrations, such as what construction workers face when they're using heavy construction equipment, or it could be us when we're driving our car. Those vibrations from the road travel through our feet up into our whole body. We also see this with hand-arm vibrations. This could be from a vibrating hand tool, or if you're in dentistry, using various hand pieces. Some of these factors are very difficult, if not impossible, to avoid depending on our work environment. But it is good to be mindful of them and try to reduce them as much as possible. Now, something to keep in mind. Many ergonomic injuries happen because of a combination of events. For example, think about when you're writing notes. Many people hunch over their notepad, poor posture, while holding their pen very tightly, excessive force. That is 2 ergonomic risk factors happening at the same time, posture and force. This dramatically raises your risk of being uncomfortable and developing a musculoskeletal disorder over time. In this situation, it's best to raise your writing surface so you can have better posture and use a wide pen that reduces the force. Also, let go of the death grip. Many times, even if we can't avoid them altogether, we can make small tweaks to make these risk factors factors a little less risky. Stay tuned for future videos where we break down each of these risk factors and reduce their effects they have on us. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for more ergonomic tips on how to work smarter, not harder.